Hello, everybody. So I just dropped Vigo off at the nursery, and we're gonna go record a new episode today. It's always nice when we can go outside. The weather is great, so I've decided we're gonna go to Scion Park here in London. Let's start right now by getting ready. Boom! Cześć ludzie! What's up, people? Hola, VIGO'S dad here. Welcome to another episode. Guys, I wanted to make an episode about long-distance relationships. Why? Because, one of the byproducts of this whole COVID mess is that we find ourselves more constrained when it comes to being able to travel. And because of this, even if you and your partner live in the same city, there's a chance that if you're not sharing the household, you're possibly having a relationship that is kind of like long distance, which makes me think about how difficult and frustrating it must be for people that are on actual long distance relationships. They haven't been able to travel as often as they wanted to. They haven't been able to see each other. They are relying on, video chats and Zoom calls most of the time. And it must be very difficult and very hard. So today I want to talk to you about some long distance relationships, do's and don'ts that might make a huge difference. Building a healthy relationship with someone is already hard enough. But when you throw distance into the mix, things can get quite complicated. I know this because I've been on several long-distance relationships throughout my life, including with Karolina. We were in a long-distance relationship for some months before we actually ended up together forever and ever, and we've never been apart ever since. But I know kind of like what it's like to go through that and the challenges and the limitations. So today I want to share with you some do's and don'ts about long-distance relationships that I've picked up along the way that I think can help you maintain a healthy relationship throughout these long periods away from each other. Okay, so let's start with the do's. Number 1, commit. The first thing I think you should do is make a strong commitment to the relationship and to the other person. I get it. I know it's very hard when you go out with your friends and you see them together, a couple, and they're, hugging each other, holding hands, and you're there just, scratching your head, thinking, wondering, dreaming, when are you going to be able to do that with your partner? But you must understand that this is momentary. At some point, hopefully sooner than later, you will be able to be together in person and to enjoy all of those things that other couples enjoy. Now, something very important about commitment is that you must define what being committed means to each of you. For example, one person might believe in an open relationship, and to them, commitment means being open and being honest about different sexual partners, whereas to the other person who doesn't believe in open relationship, that might be a make or break situation for them. There are some key things that, in my opinion, highlight commitment to one another. For example, A, meeting each other's needs. Some people need more space, some people need more reassurance. It's very important that you think about your partner's needs as well as you think about your own needs, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're both fulfilled and you're both satisfied. Which leads me to point B, satisfaction. Satisfaction is a very big predictor of commitment. If you feel satisfied in a relationship, you have higher chances of feeling and being committed to it. C, sacrifices. Committed partners make sacrifices for each other and they don't expect anything in return, at least at the beginning. They make decisions that are based on what is best for the relationship and not for them as individuals only. And D, positive light. People in committed relationships almost always tend to portray their partners in the best possible light. They minimize their flaws and they emphasize their positive attributes. Do number 2, plan dates. Obviously, finding time to be with each other on a phone call or a video call is crucial. How your days went and, being informed about each other's lives. But a date should be something a little bit more special. And I don't mean that you should dress up, unless you want to, it's fine. But you have to think about doing things that are a little bit more special than just being on a video call. Maybe you can watch a movie together or, catch a Netflix show and start from the beginning so that you can live the experience together. And no, you cannot watch by yourself. You can only watch when you are together. You can can go to the park and recreate a picnic. I know it can get a little bit awkward, with your sandwich on one hand and the phone, the camera on the other hand. Another great idea is to cook something together. Find a recipe of something and you both have to follow it to the T and see at the end, who made a better meal and how it tastes, and you can share that experience together. I think there are some really cool things that you can do in the distance, but you have to be creative, and most importantly, you cannot be self-conscious and you have to be open-minded. Now let's talk about the elephant in the Zoom call. No, I mean in the room, the elephant in the room. Come on, JT, give us some pointers on the sexy stuff. Nope, I'm not gonna go there. This channel is not R-rated, but it's P-rated, and that means parent-rated. For crying out loud, our parents watch these episodes. Moving on. Once again, you can do so many cool things in the distance. Now that I think about it, you can play video games, doing the online multiplayer thing. You can do puzzles. You both buy the same puzzle and you start making it, and kind of like have a healthy competition about who's gonna finish it first. You can start researching and learning more about the places that you want to visit when you're able to be together. Pull up Wikipedia or some encyclopedia and start reading about it. You want to go to Bali and start reading about Bali. Start learning together, because couples that learn together grow together. The idea behind this is that you're doing something that is making you feel good, even if you were doing it by yourself. But the fact that you're sharing this experience with someone that you love is helping you guys create a deeper bond. Where are we going with this? What are we trying to achieve? How much longer are we going to be apart? It's very important that you're asking these questions, because it is paramount for the survival of a long-distance relationship to have goals. It's obvious that the biggest goal is to be together permanently, but you need to ask more detailed questions to get more detailed answers. So make a plan together, create a timeline so that you can mark the times that you are apart and the times that you are together, and you can keep track of everything and be on top of your end goal. It is of utmost importance that you're both on the same page on this, so that even if you're on different countries with different time zones, you're still working hard and working together towards creating a future that includes one another. And part of achieving your end goal is to have a plan and to make sure that you're both on board with what's in it. If you're fully committing yourself to a relationship, you deserve to have clarity in your life, and so does your partner. Which country will you move together in? Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? If talking about these things in a standard relationship is crucial, in a long-distance relationship where people are going to be making even bigger sacrifices, it becomes of supreme importance. Now let's talk about some don'ts. These are some things that you should not do, or at least try not to do them too often, otherwise it can be detrimental to the relationship. Don't number 1, don't overanalyze. How do humans acquire information? We make use of our senses. What can we hear? What can we see? When you don't have full access to one of those senses, then your information acquisition might be compromised. In simple words, the information that you guys have about each other might be incomplete. Wait, don't stress. I don't mean to say that you guys are hiding things from each other. What I meant is that because you're not in person, you're not seeing each other face to face, then of course you don't have 100% of all the information. And there's a very big part of the communication process that is nonverbal, that you have to be there to see it, that you have to be there to acquire it. It's been scientifically proven that the brain is excellent at filling in missing information. Usually this is very good. Imagine the amount of things that you're able to kind of like put together because, oh wait, hold on, I know that I'm missing this part, but the brain figures all out, right? That's fantastic. But not always. Sometimes it leads to overanalyzing. So don't overanalyze things. I love you. I cannot wait to see you. Okay, bye. Why did she sound so low energy? Is she getting bored with the relationship? We usually talk until about 11, and today he wanted to go to sleep at 9:30. That's unusual. Is he going somewhere he's not telling me? And the list goes on. And you saw what happened there, right? The brain did a great job at filling in the missing information, just that this time it was with -1, because you were overanalyzing it, and usually it's fueled by your own fears and insecurities. Number 2. Don't over-communicate. In music, silences are almost as important as sound because it creates breathing space. In relationships, it's the exact same thing. You need time apart, time alone, time away from the relationship so that you can breathe, so you can take in everything that is happening. One of life's best advices that I've ever got was, if you love someone, give them the gift of missing you. What happens when you miss someone and you get to see them again? You get to talk to them one more time. You feel euphoric. You feel the endorphins running down your body because you haven't seen them in a while, so you are extremely happy. One of the biggest challenges that we face in a long-distance relationship is overcoming our own insecurities. We have all heard, seen, or heck, we might have even been that clingy boyfriend or girlfriend that is always calling, always asking, why don't you want to talk to me? Why don't you want to put on the camera? Why are you going out with your friends? Why are you out so late? To be honest, it's a little bit sad. And the worst of all is that they get mad at you because you don't reciprocate the feeling all of the time. In the end, if you love each other, why wouldn't you want to be together all of the time? Well, the clear answer is because no one wants to be together with anyone all of the time. Sometimes you need to be away from each other. You need to be with your friends, with your family, by yourself, so that you can recharge on life, gather new life experiences, and be able to share it with each other. So please don't get drunk and text and call incessantly all the time. Please don't do that. And then you might ask me, but JT, we're in a long distance relationship. What more time apart do we need? My answer, a lot. The problem here is overcompensation. We are apart, so we overcompensate with overcommunicating. We are too available all the time, and we expect our partners to do the same. You must set healthy boundaries. It's perfectly fine letting your partner know what is okay, what is not okay for you. Not everything has to be black and white. Obviously, be nice about it, but say it. Communicating your limits is very important for you to be able to have a healthy relationship that you are building the foundation on. Communicating your limits is a healthy way to avoid problems later on. And number 3, guys, and the last don't is, don't rely on social media. This one is very simple, and I'm gonna keep it very short. It's very fun to have Instagram, TikTok, watch fun videos, communicate with friends through Facebook. But remember, social media only tells one part of the story. Don't gather your information based on what you see on social media. Sometimes we post pictures that just tell a little bit of what's happening. Let's say you go to a party, someone says, group photo, there's this girl standing there, she hasn't spoken to you all night, but on that very picture she leans on you and smiles. And your girlfriend sees it, who is she? Why is she leaning on you? And buddy, you're gonna have a lot of problems. All hell breaks loose. Why? Because once again, social media only tells a little bit. If you wanna communicate efficiently, call each other, talk, but don't rely on what you see on social media. Don't send messages to each other on social media either. Oh, so he's at a party. Oh, he's gonna see now who's gonna go to a party. And then you go and take 75 pictures and become the party animal and the soul of the event. So once again, don't rely on social media. For those of you that don't have social media, I have nothing to tell you. I mean, I'm building my whole channel based on social media, guys, so I don't know, get your help somewhere else. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of the episode. I hope you liked it. If you are in a long-distance relationship yourself, I hope these do's and don'ts are gonna help you a little bit. They for sure did help me. If you were in a long-distance relationship, but now you guys are together in one place, let us know in the comments. How did you do it? How was the experience for you? And share your thoughts and maybe advice for other people. Remember, something very positive. Most long-distance relationships actually make it. Challenge comes when you get to live together. And I'm sure you guys are gonna do fine there too. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell notification and thumbs up and share this with a friend. See you next week. Adios.